Think changing your oil every 5,000 miles is enough to get your Honda to 300,000 miles? That belief is already shortening your engine's life right now. Welcome to Honda Decoded. I'm Mike. 25 years in this shop, and the owners who make it to 300,000 miles aren't doing one thing every 5,000 miles. They're doing 7. The owners who call me at 90,000 miles with a burning oil problem, a failing CVT, or a coolant leak they never saw coming, almost all of them were doing the same thing. Oil change? Done. See you in 5,000 miles. That single-point maintenance mindset is costing Honda owners thousands of dollars in repairs that are completely preventable. Here are the 7 things that actually need to happen at every 5,000-mile interval if you want your engine to outlast your mortgage. Let's get into it. Number 1. Check oil condition, not just change it. Honda's maintenance minder might tell you to go 7,500 or even 10,000 miles between changes, depending on how you drive. The mistake is waiting for that light and never touching the dipstick in between. I've pulled oil from Honda engines at 6,000 miles that look like used diesel truck oil. Black, thick, particle heavy. Engines that run on that fluid for 10,000 miles without a check are being lubricated by something doing more harm than protection. At every 5,000-mile mark, pull the dipstick. If it's dark brown to black, change it, regardless of what the minder says. If it's honey-colored or amber, you're fine. But if you see a gray, milky tint, stop driving and call a shop immediately. That milky tint means coolant is mixing with your oil, and every mile driven after that multiplies the repair bill. I've watched that mistake turn a $900 fix into a $4,200 engine teardown. If you're learning something new about your own Honda right now, that's exactly why this channel exists. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. Number 2. Test your coolant pH, not just the level. Honda's engine coolant doesn't just transfer heat. It carries corrosion inhibitors that protect your radiator, water pump, and aluminum engine block. Those inhibitors break down over time. Your coolant can still look blue or green at 80,000 miles, while its chemistry has already gone acidic. Acidic coolant destroys water pumps from the inside, quietly, without any warning until they fail. I've seen Honda water pumps fail at 90,000 miles on engines that should run them to 200,000 simply because the coolant was never tested. A pH test strip costs $8. At every 5,000-mile check, dip one in the coolant reservoir. You want a reading between 7 and 11. Below 7 means the inhibitors are depleted, and at that point, a coolant flush isn't optional. It's the cheapest $120 you will spend on that engine. Number 3. Inspector cabin air filter. This one affects your engine in a way most owners never connect. A clogged cabin air filter strains the blower motor, and when your HVAC system works harder, your engine management system compensates, particularly on Hondas with Eco Mode and idle stop systems. Restricted airflow also degrades defrost performance, which in cold climates forces longer cold idling, and longer cold idling means more fuel dilution in the oil, which brings us right back to problem number 1. Honda cabin air filters should be replaced every 15 to 25,000 miles, but they can clog much faster on dirt roads or in dusty environments. At your 5,000-mile check, pop the glove box, slide it out, and look at it. If it's gray and packed with debris, replace it. An OEM Honda cabin air filter runs $12 to $18 and takes 4 minutes to swap. If this is the kind of maintenance knowledge your dealer never hands you at the service counter, subscribe. This is what Honda Decoded is built for. Number 4. Check tire pressure and rotate. Honda recommends tire rotation every 7,500 miles, but most owners only rotate when they remember, which ends up being every 15 to 20,000 miles. Uneven wear on a Honda's front tires, especially on a front-wheel drive Civic or Accord, can shorten tire life by 30 to 40%. At $180 per tire, that's hundreds of dollars in premature replacement that doesn't need to happen. Tire pressure also directly affects fuel economy on every Honda, and on models with electronic stability control, it can trigger false corrections under braking. At every 5,000-mile check, inflate all 4 tires to the door jamb specification, not the number on the tire sidewall. The door jamb spec is what Honda's engineers actually tune the suspension around. A $15 quality gauge is one of the cheapest longevity tools you can own. Number 5. Check brake fluid moisture content. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture from the air every single day your Honda sits parked. As moisture climbs above about 3%, your fluid's boiling point drops. In normal daily driving, that rarely matters, but in a panic stop, on mountain roads, or in stop-and-go summer traffic, elevated moisture can cause vapor lock, a soft, spongy pedal at exactly the moment you need maximum braking force. Honda recommends a brake fluid replacement every 3 years, regardless of mileage. But at every 5,000 miles service, a brake fluid test strip, about $10 for a pack of 25, tells you the moisture level instantly. Above 3%, schedule a flush. I've seen this prevent brake fade incidents in customers who tow with Honda Pilots and Ridgelines. It's a $70 service protecting a $35,000 vehicle. 3 of these 7 checks cost under $10 total and take less than 15 minutes. Subscribe so you have every one of these before your next service interval. Number 6. Load test your battery, not just the voltage. A Honda battery reading 12.4 volts at rest looks perfectly healthy. A battery load tested at 60% of its rated cold cranking amps is failing silently, right until the morning you turn the key and get nothing. On 2019 and newer Hondas with stop-start systems, a weak battery causes the system to cycle incorrectly, wearing the starter and alternator faster than they should ever wear. At every 5,000-mile mark, ask any auto parts store to run a free battery load test. It takes 4 minutes. A failing battery caught at 60% capacity costs $120 to replace. A dead battery on a cold morning? Tow truck, premium shop pricing, lost time, runs $250 to $400. Test it on schedule and you always get to choose. Number 7. CVT fluid is the non-negotiable. If you own a 2016 or newer Honda with a CVT transmission, this is the one that matters most. Honda's official fluid change interval is 90,000 miles under what they call normal conditions. Normal conditions means light highway driving in a temperature-controlled environment with new fluid at factory-spec viscosity. That does not describe most commutes. Real-world Honda CVTs run on original factory fluid, develop belt wear and pulley glazing starting around 70,000 miles. I've seen CVT replacements on HRVs and CRVs at 95,000 miles. $3,500 to $5,800 jobs that would not have happened on a 30,000-mile interval. The fluid itself costs $25 to $35 per quart, and a drain and fill takes 2 to 3 quarts. That's a $100 service versus a $5,000 transmission. There is no version of that trade-off that makes waiting worth it. Honest disclosure. These 7 checks reflect patterns I've seen across hundreds of Hondas in my own shop over 25 years, not a guarantee for every vehicle. Driving conditions, climate, and individual maintenance history all affect how often each of these actually matters for your specific car. If you're unsure about any of these, a trusted independent shop can run through the full list in a single visit for far less than dealer pricing. 7 things: oil condition, coolant pH, cabin filter, tire pressure and rotation, brake fluid moisture, battery load, and CVT fluid. None of these cost more than $150 total if you do them yourself. All 7 together cost less than 1 hour of dealer labor. Honda engines are built to last. They don't fail because they're poorly engineered. They fail because owners treat them like appliances instead of machines that need a system. Build these 7 checks into every 5,000-mile habit, and 300,000 miles isn't luck, it's math. Hit the like button and drop your Honda model and current mileage in the comments. I want to see how far you're going to push yours. If this saved you from one expensive repair down the road, subscribe now. Honda Decoded puts this kind of breakdown in front of you every single week. Thanks for watching. Take care of your Honda the right way, and it will take care of you.